Hello, can you hear me? Excellent. I think you should be able to hear me now. Peter, thank you very much for pointing that out. Just put a thumbs up if you can hear me. Excellent. Cool. I do that every session, man. Fortunately, you caught me just in time, and I'm not like 20 minutes into the stream. Excellent. Thank you. So I was just saying, I'm a little bit late tonight. That's because I was chatting to a good friend of mine. Friendships always come first. People always come first. Real life always comes first before anything on the internet. Okay. Money comes and goes, guys. Friends don't. I mean, they do, but they don't. You know what I mean. So tonight, I want to introduce you to Take Profit. Excuse me. I want to introduce you to Take Profit. Okay. Now we all know Trading View. If I was to bring it up here, Trading View. There we go. Let's look at their pricing model. Okay. They give 2 charts per tab. They give a generous 5 indicators per chart if you pay their $12.95 per month. Okay, so £13 a month. Let's have a look what that is in USD. Let's have a look. GBP to USD. Okay, so look, $12.95. That's pretty much, let's round it up at $18 a month for their essential pack. Yeah. All right. So you get 20 technical alerts, 20 price alerts, no ads. That's a load of nonsense because we all know we still get the little ads in the bottom left popping up, like where TradingView want to promote their services, but they're not blatantly in your face. Okay, it's a load of nonsense when they say no ads. You still get ads, just a little bit more discreet. Okay, and that goes across. I've recently had their premium. Okay. And I was still getting it on their premium at £50 a month. It's a joke, mate. Let's have a look. £50 a month. Okay, $68.54 a month. Right, that's a joke. Okay, but anyway, you get indicators on indicators, whatever that means. I don't know. Adding indicators on top of each other. Isn't that just like multiple indicators? I don't know. It's a marketing tactic. Bar replay. Okay, so you get to go back and reassess. It's a load of rubbish. Multiple watch lists. Okay, so you're allowed to create multiple watch lists if you subscribe to their essential. Okay. Custom range bars. So let's have a look at their description. Range bars give traders a custom build to create charts with their exact ranges, reducing noise and showcasing the finest details of each high and low. I think that's a load of nonsense. I never understood that. Whatever. Custom time frames, so you can put in, if you're not happy with 1 second, you could put in 2 seconds, for example. Absolutely pointless, really, in my opinion. Volume profile, absolutely pointless. You get the volume overlay, etc. No ads. Yeah, see where they're showing the ad in that little video there? That's where you get the ads anyway when you pay for premium that also says no ads. Anyway, I'm really hating on TradingView right now. Sorry. Full disclosure, I have had my fair disagreement with their over moderation and their 2-tier system for moderation. I don't like it. So rather than paying their annual price at £50 a month now, which I was only interested in for their publishing invite-only scripts, but they wouldn't let me do that for whatever reason, and I was paying them £50 a month for that. No thank you, TradingView. Goodbye. Out with the old, in with the new. Say hello to Take Profit. Okay, so Take Profit, this is what I've got on their free tier. I'm currently not paying for any of this. You know, I've got my weekly chart, I've got my daily chart, I've got my 4-hour chart, and I've got my hourly chart. Okay, let me show you something. Okay, create a workspace. Okay, let's start from scratch. So from over here, okay, let's have a look. So I want a chart, obviously. Let's bring a chart over. Look at that. There's a chart. Okay, now obviously this is shown on Meta. Let's bring it to crypto. Let's bring it to Bitcoin because that's what we like. There we go. There's my chart. Okay. Let's bring another chart. Okay, I don't quite like the position of that, so let me let's have a look. That's full screen. Share chart. No, I don't want to share chart. Let's delete that. Let's add a widget again. Let's add a chart there. Okay, so I've got them left and right. Let's add another chart. Why not? Let's add another. This is all free. Let me add another and another. However you want to put these charts. Okay. Let me just delete this one. Also, I've got 4 charts, but hold on. Let me bring my watch list. There you go. There's my watch list. Let's drag it. There we go. Drag it across so it's a bit smaller. I can still see my charts. Let's make the charts about the same height. Let's make them the same distance. Okay, look how easy that is. Like TradingView straight off the bat cannot beat this. This is their free tier, guys. Okay. Now, granted, I've got my watch list on the left, but if I want to, say, for example, add a widget, let's add my watch list. Let me trying to get it a little bit more. Okay. I couldn't quite snap it on the left. I don't know why. It's probably my screen, to be honest. Let's have a look. There. Oh. There. Okay, there we go. Put my watch list on the back. Let's change that to one of the watch lists I've already got. Wait, hold on. TradingView. TradingView wanted you to pay for multiple watch lists. Hold on. I've got my spot. I've got my futures. Okay, straight away. I've got 2 different watch lists that are mine. They've got built-in watch lists. Okay, of whatever you want. Obviously, your recent's what you prefer. I just stick to my watch list because that's me. Okay, I can adjust or shrink this as I see fit. Okay, right across the board. Tell me, TradingView doesn't give you that. TradingView only gives you 2 charts per tab. So top and bottom, or left and right. I've got 4 here that I can go on different time frames. Weekly, daily. There's me. There's me 4 hour. There's my 1 hour. Okay. I can sync the charts to the. Hold on, that's alerts. I don't want to go for that just yet. Let's have a look. Is it this one? No, it's not that one. Let's put that on weekly. I'm still learning this as I'm showing you this, guys, so I'm not like overly fluent. Okay, let's do it this way. On here, see this here? Let's put it on not global. Let's put it on workspace. Okay, so now if I was to draw a trend line, okay, across here, there you go. It's across all charts. Yeah. Now there is a bug, as you probably just noticed here. So as I move this, it kind of moves with the chart. Sometimes it can go just above, just below, like that. See, that disappeared. Like all of a sudden, that's all the way down there, rather than up where it should be. So there's a small bug, but these guys will fix it pretty quick. I've reported it. I'm not sure if anyone else has reported it, but I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty confident that the developers will fix this. Why am I confident that they will do that? Okay, when I first come across these guys, it was a couple of months ago now. Okay, I bumped into them and I was like, excellent. This is when I first fell out with TradingView, by the way. And they didn't have MEXC. And I said to them, okay, look, if I'm going to use you, I need MEXC because that's who I use generally for trading. That might change in the future. It might not. But at the time I was using MEXC, and Alex is the guy's name, and he went, do you know what, I'll get that sorted for you, thank you, give me a couple of weeks. And literally within 2 weeks, guys, of me saying, can we have MEXC, within 2 weeks they had MEXC. Okay, this is a small developer group that's doing this. This isn't a big time group like TradingView. They've got loads of developers. They make lots of money. These guys don't. They're small time, starting out. I don't even think. Let's have a look. X.com. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's search and take profit. That's what they're called. I think it's Take Profit HQ. There we go. Okay, this them here. They've only got 1,100 followers. Okay, since October 2022. So nearly 3 years in. They're not paying for promotion. They're not charging you to the end of the world to get their product out there. This is something they're passionate in, that they're trying to do to counter TradingView. In fact, the guy who is the face of it, Alex, he actually used to work for TradingView, so he's got a lot of inside knowledge there already. Okay, so yes, I know a few of you who are watching right now. They're kind of like, is he just going to be shilling this? Is he just going to be talking it? I'm not shilling. I'm not talking. I am genuinely. I'm quite passionate about what these guys are doing. Okay, TradingView have upset me to no end with their over moderation and their how can I put it, two-step or authoritarian nature, I guess. So one rule for one rule for another. I can't be dealing with that. I paid £50 a month so I could publish scripts privately, and they told me I couldn't publish privately, but I could publish publicly. I publish it publicly, and they take it off and give me a warning after telling me to publish it. No, I haven't got time for that. I don't want to give you my money. Yeah, do you see what I mean? I'm not paying to be told off by you for doing what you're telling me to do. It don't work like that. Okay, these guys, okay, they've got no issues. This is just their platform. Okay, let's have a look at their community. Okay, their community, they've got community screeners, community indicators, community posts. If you're a budding analyst or someone that wants to become an analyst, you can come on here. You can post your own indicators. You can post your own thoughts and analysis. It's encouraged. They've even got monetization tools. Let's have a look. It says launching soon. Okay, I thought that was already launched, but clearly not. Their Discord's on here. Their X is on here. Their Facebook, their Instagram, their Discord, their LinkedIn, everything. Now, the important thing that people are going to be querying, okay, there's so much here, by the way, guys, I can't even dive into it. Like, it would just take us too long. Let's go back to the platform, okay? Now, let's have a look. Start free trial. Right. If I was to choose their monthly plan, it's $20 a month. Okay. Now, bear in mind, I get 4 charts easily. I could have 8 charts, 10 charts, as far as I know. Okay, but I've got 4. That's all you need. 4. Okay, for free. For free. I don't even have to pay for that. Okay. TradingView. Let's have a look. TradingView pricing. Let's have a look. So let's face it, this is what we're all up against. $13.95 monthly for 2 charts per tab. 2 charts, guys. 2 charts. Okay, £13. What is that? in dollars. 1784. That's £18. Okay. And they allow you to have 5 indicators per chart, 10 different connections. That basically means you can have 10 tabs, 20 price alerts, 20 technical alerts. And for reference, there is no difference really between the technical and the price alerts. Okay, it's just how TradingView works things. Okay, there's no difference. An alert is an alert. It just depends how you place that alert. Okay, so that's just a money spin. All right. They say no ads, but for the last year that I've been paying premium, I've still been having ads in the bottom left of my corner. Okay, you're paying not to get ads, and I'm still getting ads. You're still getting ads. Tiny little things once in a blue moon. Once in a blue moon. So it's not enough for you to really complain about, but it's enough to be annoyed about. You still get that. Okay. They give you the volume profile. Hold on. Volume profile. I'm still few. Hold on. Let's go to settings, volume. Let's turn that on. Hold on. I think it's on one of these. No, it's not alert scales. It's a bad example, isn't it? When I tick volume and it don't come up. Basically, you can have your volume overlapping your chart. Where is it? Bar change values. That's up the top. Okay, so still a little bit buggy. If you select volume here, by default, it'll give you the volume at the bottom. Okay, you've got to pay for that with TradingView. There's a few little bugs still. They're a small company, they're really only now really starting to come to fruition, I guess. Maybe they have been for a while. I've not long found them, and I like them. Okay, but you've got to pay for that with TradingView. That's for free with these guys. Okay, bar replay. Okay, so we get to go back in time. Why do you want to go back in time? You can just see it. I don't understand that. And indicators on indicators, that's just a scam. 13 hiccups. £13 a month for their essential packet, and you don't get much with it. These guys, they leave them in the dust for what you get for free. You can use this platform now and not ever have to pay if you don't want to. I'm going to subscribe. I'm going to pay their all-in plan. Look what I get. $120 a year. Okay. At the moment, they've got 50% off, so grab it while you can. 400 cloud alerts. Non-expiring alerts, so they never expire. Unlimited workspaces. That's like how many charts or screeners or watch lists or anything. It's unlimited. Unlimited indicators. Now, with the indicators, I do have to say, this seems to be a common rhetoric here. You're limited to 2 indicators on the free version, from what I've seen. That's neither here or there. You're limited on 2 no matter where you go. Okay. Difference being $120 a year, you get unlimited indicators. Let's look at TradingView. Okay. How many here? $18. Okay. $12.95 monthly. Let's build that. 12.95 times 12. Oh, 12.95 times 12 would have my calculator worked. Times 12 equals 155.40. Okay, there. 213.24 a year for their essential package. These guys straight away half of that, and you can do whatever you want. 20 like unlimited widgets per workspace. 20,000 historical candles. Let's have a look. What do we get here? 10,000 on their essential, 10,000 on their plus. 20,000 on their premium, costing you £50 a month. Let's have a look. 50 times 12, £600 a year for 20,000 historical bars. 20,000 historical candles. Candles, bars, they're the same thing if you don't know. $120. 10 years of financial data. Let's have a look. How many years of financial data? I'm pretty sure one of these says it. No, it doesn't say. Used to be that you get 10 years, but I can tell you now, from someone who's been paying for premium for the last year, okay, you only get about 4 or 5 years of data when it comes to crypto markets. Okay, you only get 4, 5 years of data. These guys are offering 10 years. That's gold right there. And there's an auto refreshing screener. So I presume when you've got your screener up, it will just automatically check periodically per your criteria. Okay, I haven't actually looked at the screeners yet. Okay, I'm going to be getting this. Okay, and you get a trial for 30 days. So you get a 30-day trial, and then you get $120, which is... Okay, so look at this. July 29th. Okay, that's the 7th month. We're only on the 6th month. So they're staying true. Okay. They're staying true to their give you 30 days free. It's not like most other places where they give you 30 days free, but then when they bill you, they also back bill you. Okay. These are people that are passionate about what they're doing. You've got all the usual tools. You've got your time frames. You've got your chart. Okay. Now, there is some features missing. Don't get me wrong. Okay. But for the grand scheme of things, you've got your long and you've got your short. Okay. It's your long. It's a bit buggy. Let me do it this side. Okay. There's your long. Short. Doesn't want to. There you go. There's your short. It's a little bit buggy. I'm not going to lie. It's not impossible. Okay. Date and price. You've got your date and price. As you can see, 125 bars. How much volume? You've got your price. You've got your percentage. Date. Tells you the time frame. And you've got your price. If I can select it. I think I'll click the little favorite button. Yeah. So if you're just interested in the price, it's there. You've got your trend lines. You've got your general lines, your arrows, your rays, your horizontal rays, horizontal line, vertical line, cross line, and your channel. What else do you want? You've got your patterns, your XABCD patterns, your ciphers, your head and shoulders, ABCD, your triangles, you know, your three wave, your Elliott's, impulsive, and your Elliott correction. Okay, then you've got your shapes, circles, rectangles, triangles, whatever you want. Then you've got general drawings for whatever you want. You've got your Fibonacci. The only thing it's missing here, which I've pointed out to them, which they've said they are going to have, is your speed fib fan. Okay, that's the only thing missing here. But you've got your Fibonacci retracement. You've got your Fibonacci extension. You've got text. You've got your magnet mode. You've got your hide all, workspace. It's all right here. For what you're getting for the price and the potential of what these guys can do, you know, it's a no-brainer. I don't see why more people aren't supporting these guys. Probably due to lack of potential marketing or advertising or awareness or whatever. I don't know. But these guys, I'm impressed. I like it. For me, this is perfect. Weekly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour. That's all I need. Let's do my general analysis. What's the overall price going to do? Okay, let's narrow it down. How's it doing on the daily? Okay, cool. So do I want a long? Do I want a short? Okay, let's have a look. Sorry, are we all there? Do apologise. I've had a little bit to drink today. I've been with some friends. Let's have a look at the 4 hour. You know, how far away are we from the overall trend on the weekly? Yeah. Are we likely to come down and see it, or do we see another trend? Okay, if I was to draw it on here. Now, bear in mind, I've got it sync across workspace. I think that was a bug there. Not quite. I know what it is. It's because I've got the chat box here. Okay, let me move that up, out the way. Lines. Let's draw an arrow. Okay, now if I wanted to draw that there, look what happens. Yeah, so on the weekly, on the daily, on the 4 hourly. Why is this important? Because on the daily, look, I can see that this is a crucial area. Okay, I could expect a reaction here. Instead, we're still bullish. Why are we still bullish? Oh, let's have a look. Let's draw another trend line a second. Okay, this time I'm going to draw it from done it on the wrong chart. Sorry. It's one thing you want to be careful of. Okay, but look at that there. That's a pretty much perfect diagonal support. Okay, what's going to happen? Are we going to bounce off? I don't know. Let's delete that. Anyway, it's not what we're here for. I'm not doing a general analysis right now. I really just want to show you take profit today. Now, the other thing is you've got different alerts. Okay, so we've got a price alert. So say, for example, price comes down to 73,900. Okay, I can just go over here, make sure the line lines up. Okay, so about there. Set an alert. Okay, now here I've got an add condition. Okay, I can do it based on an indicator. This is something you don't find on TradingView. Okay, let me figure out how do I add an indicator to the chart. That's layers. I think that's candles, line bars. Okay. Drag to move. No. Here. Let's just choose a random one at the moment. Bull bear power. Oh, sorry. Okay, that's probably not one I wanted. Let's have a look at chop zone. No. Go on, is there not one that like overlines? Why do people want to just do this? You notice it said upgrade on that third one. That's because maximum of 2 indicators. What I want to do is I just want to find one that just overlays the current chart. Average day range. That should. No? Why do people want to do it in a new frigging window? Honestly, I don't like indicators like that, personally. Double EMA. Sounds good. Should be on the chart. There we go. Okay. So I'm doing this live. I haven't like pre-planned this or anything, by the way, so I'm just spitting this out as we go. Right, so say I want to set an alert. Okay. Now here, okay, I can do it on price, basically wherever it is I clicked, 106,970, or I can do it per indicator. DMA. Okay, I can do crossing up, crossing down, greater than, lower than, entering, exiting, inside, outside. I can set whatever parameter I want. Okay, and this is the best thing. Okay, So I can do, say, if I'm looking for short crossing down, but hold on, I want to add another condition. Yeah, do it on the DEMA. So it's crossing down, but it's also lower than whatever value I want to set. Okay, now maybe that's not quite fine-tuned enough because, it's crossing down, it's going to be lower than this value anyway. Let's add one more, for example. Yeah, on the DEMA, so it's crossed below and it's definitely lower than, but I want to check that it's also entering a channel, upper and lower target, and then I can just create alert. I'm not going to do that, but do you know what I mean? You're not going to find that on TradingView. Not a chance. Tell me another charting platform that's going to give you that for free. I mean, sure that there's a couple bugs, like, the charts are a little bit glitchy sometimes. It's not the end of the world. You can work your way around it easy enough. And if you drop it in on their Discord as a bug report, I dropped in a bug at 12 o'clock this morning, and by 1 o'clock this afternoon, an hour later, I had a response. Thanks for reporting it. I'll make sure this passed on to the team. And an hour later. TradingView ain't going to do that. They'll make you wait a week if you're lucky. Maybe even a month before you get a response. Thanks for reporting the bug. That tells me these guys care about what they're doing. Okay, the customer service is next to none. Yesterday, I was trying to create my own script. Okay, so look, if I go to here, so my save screen here, I actually add widgets, indicators, code editor. Okay, I'm not sure how I find my script. Recent Ranger's Edge. There you go. Oh, delete and just what's it doing? There you go. Add to chart. Look at that on the weekly. That's the indicator I'm building so far. So far, it's a ribbon, and it actually works out better than what I managed to do in TradingView. On the sense of how it folds above. It's not pure red here because the green is overlapping. Same as when you zoom in up here, you've got the red here. There's reasons why I'm doing it like this, okay? But to me, that's excellent. Okay. TradingView, they look prim and proper. They've got the market share. They're so expensive, they do not care. These guys care. They're taking pride in what they're doing. You can build whatever layout is suitable for you. Okay? You can do that. I know where my money's going next time. I need to buy an annual subscription, which, by the way, will probably be later this month. But, I mean, if you guys want to, get in, just do me a favor and use my affiliation link. Okay, I say do me a favor because I actually like these guys. Let me just find the link. It's here. Copy link. I'm going to pop it up on the screen just now. I think I've got to do text. Affiliation. Okay, and then I'm going to do that. Doing this all live, I'm not very good with video editing or anything like that. It'd be pretty cool. There you go. takeprofit.com/?fire equals Night Ranger. Okay, it's not hard as the affiliation. I'd appreciate it. You don't have to. You can just go normally, join it, whatever. I don't care. Be nice if you use my affiliation. If you don't, then you don't. I really don't care. Okay. The point is, for me, and I'm sure for a lot of you, it's about where you spend your money, because it's your money that dictates what happens, basically. And I don't like the way TradingView dealt with me. They said I could publish it, but even though I'm paying £50 a month, they said I couldn't publish it privately, which annoyed me. What am I paying for? Because when I paid for it, they said I could. But if I argue that, I'm being argumentative and I risk being banned by TradingView. My character on here doesn't wave, but I'm waving at the camera. I'm literally waving saying bye. I don't care anymore. You know? Anyway, on that note, that's 40 minutes of me bragging up Take Profit. I do genuinely like them, guys, okay? I'm going to leave the affiliation at the top of the screen. When I can find out which one it is, it's that one. Okay, I'm going to make it a little bit shorter, smaller. Move it to the bottom. There you go. Okay, so it's not intrusive. Hi Ali, by the way. It's about half an hour too late, sorry. I was rambling on. Okay, in terms of actual analysis, okay, there isn't much to it. I'm going to pretty much just show you a screenshot of what I've done so far. Fortunately on TradingView, because that's when I last done it. Okay. Let me do this. Let me pop this open. Okay, and then I need to somehow get it showing on the stream. Hold on. Image. It's absolutely baking in my house. Would it be image? No, it's definitely not that. Let me delete that. Random stream for you guys tonight, isn't it? Doing all this live and you're like, what's going on? Image, browse. Okay, maybe I can do it this way. Pictures, screenshots. It'll probably be somewhere down near the bottom. There we go. Okay, so there we go. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. There we go. We don't really need the end bit, so let me drag this across. Okay, so what we've got here, we've got a hidden bull flag, guys. When everyone's screaming at you about going short, yes, they're saying go short because there's a channel. Lower highs, higher lows, lower lows, sorry, not higher lows. Okay, but look, it's following that uptrend. Okay, that uptrend that you're all looking at right now, you're going to be like, yeah, that's not even from the bottom. That's nonsense. Right, let me tell you, all trend lines is diagonal support and resistance. Yeah, that's all they are. Diagonal support and resistance. Look at my guy. Diagonal support and resistance. Okay, that's all the trend line is. And if you look, it bounced off, it respected, it collapsed, but it respected, then it broke through, and then it respected, bounced off, bounced down, respected. Yeah, it's just diagonal support and resistance. You got your bull flag here. Okay, so you got your flagpole, and then you got your flag. Okay, so this is my play with a 136 peak top currently, potentially higher, but that 136 that comes from the long-term fib where it bounced off the 786. It's going to the 1386. Okay, the lower value of that target 126 is off the short-term fib where it's bounced off the 786. It's going to the 1386. So the target area is between 126 and 136, between short to mid-term. I think it's actually long-term. Somewhere between that, that's your target. I think long-term is actually 146. Okay, but that's my play. Why aren't I going short? It's obvious to go short. You've got a channel there, short it. Why aren't you shorting it? Because it's a bull flag that's hidden. Okay. Right, let's get rid of that anyway. Remove. Yep. Okay. That's all there is tonight, really, from me. Sorry. It's 10 to 10. I've had a little bit to drink, so I'm probably slurring or whatever, I don't know. I've talked a lot about take profit and why I like them. And trust me when I say to you guys, all right, you know, this is where you want to be in a few years' time. This is who you want to be supporting. Okay. It's not like Bitcoin and Ether where Bitcoin's like the clear winner here. Okay. This is and probably I don't know, like Tesco's versus Aldi as a comparison. I don't know, Tesco's a massive super chain compared to Aldi when it first started. Hi Ali, what do you mean? Can I share my charts? Can I share my layout here, or a bit more information there, please? I just wait a second for Ali to respond. David vs Goliath. That's who I'm thinking of. Okay, it's David vs Goliath. David is trading for you. Goliath is trading. Oh my god, I've drank too much. Just tell me shut up, guys. All right. Your weekly, daily, 4-hour and 1-hour charts. So what I've got on take profit right now. Yeah. So basically, at the minute, I haven't done much analysis here. I don't think there is actually a way to save my loadout. I don't think so. Add widgets. If you want, all the Discord links, by the way, Ali, are in my description, or they should be. If not, drop me a message on Twitch and I'll hook you up. Drop me a message on Discord and I can talk you. I'm happy to talk you through personally how to get your layout exactly like mine, if that helps, and how to save it. So basically, to save it, you come up to the top left here, and you got create workspace. Like it saves it for you already. This workspace that I created, trying to show you guys, it saved it up here as my workspace. Night Ranger is the one I currently share. I currently have. I don't think there is a way for me to share. No. I've got edit or delete. Some good feedback. Maybe I can ask them. Is there a way to share workspaces? Alright, just the charts. There isn't really much to the charts at the minute. So obviously, anyone that knows my analysis, I do it from drawings. So these are the golden pockets. So long term, mid term, mid to short, and short term. Okay, the grey areas are just confluence, and this blue area is support. Okay, that's all I've got really at the minute. I haven't done a lot of analysis on take profit. I only started looking at it again recently, and it's come on leaps and bounds compared to when I last looked at it, which is why I want to give it a good shout out. Okay, nice on you. So all these charts are the Mexi. By the way, is this Ali from my mentorship? Just out of curiosity. Are you one of my students? I don't actually know your Twitch name. Everyone has different aliases. Apologies. Yeah, cool. Hi, Ali. So basically, these are just the fib pools. Okay, that I've shown you. These are just the fib pools from low to high. Before the impulse to the high. Before the impulse towards the high. So you see where the cut off is here? This is where I've pulled it from. Okay, before the cut off, this is where I've pulled it from to the top. low to high every time. Okay, you'll be able to get this in about 30 seconds, mate. The confluence is just the confluence between the Fibonacci levels, and the support's pretty obvious. Okay, the trend lines currently at the minute, don't pay too much attention to them because I was just playing around, but they seem pretty valid. The only thing with take profit, I reported this today, is when I draw the trend lines on the weekly, I like it to reflect across for when I do my analysis. But for example, it keeps jumping, see that? So that the trend line's coming here, which is right at the bottom, but if I drag it to the left, suddenly shoots miles out. If I move it to the right, it's not doing it now on the right so much, but it still drops way out. Yeah. So there is a few small bugs. Okay, just be prepared for them. It's not the end of the world. They will fix them. They're a small team. They've got my confidence. They're great. They're great. The guy sat down for an hour and talked me through it all. Probably talked more than I could understand to start with. To be fair, I like to just get in and play, but like the fact that they're willing to do that with you. If you go in the Discord, hit Alex up and say, Alex, do you have 5 minutes to show me this? Alex is going to say, yeah, let's go. That goes leaps and bounds, guys, in my book. Anyway, as I said, I'm going to call it there. Okay. Yeah, nice one. That's good to hear, Ali. You know, honestly, it's good to hear. I do think these guys have got a lot of potential. Okay. I really do. They've got huge potential. Even their free version gives you more than TradingView by far. You know. And for $120 for the first year, 50% off, blows it way out the water for TradingView. Way out the water. Even with the bugs. Okay. TradingView is just easy. It's just there. But there's nothing that you can't do on TradingView that you can't do on here, really. Might have to work around a little bit while it's in development, but yeah. I'd rather my money went with people that are polite and willing to talk with you than tell you can do something and then warn you for it. That's my opinion. I'm so salty over TradingView. Alright, anyway. Peace out, guys. It's been fun. Links are in the Discord, referrals on the screen if you guys want to look into take profit. You don't have to purchase, you can use it for free. I won't get nothing if you use my referral that way. If you do purchase, I think I get something. I don't know, I haven't really looked at it. I don't really care. You can just remove the referral. I don't really care. But give these guys a chance, man. Alright, have fun. Good evening. Peace out.